He heard no 1,009 times. Not guesses, not maybes, 1,009. And the 1,010th answer? It changed his entire life. If you've ever felt rejected, if you've ever felt like giving up, then this story is for you. Let me ask you something real quick. How many times can you hear the word no before you start thinking, maybe I'm not good enough? Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should just quit. 5 times? 10? 20? Now I want you to imagine hearing it 1,009 times. These aren't just negative comments online or haters leaving mean messages. These were real rejections. From real people. With real consequences for his future. This isn't just some motivational quote you scroll past on social media. This is a true story, shared across countless interviews, personal journals, and talks, about a man who decided to track every single rejection he received. And what makes this story so powerful isn't just the success he found at the end. It's what he believed during rejection number 437, what he told himself at number 812, and what he was thinking on rejection number 1009. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, I promise you, you will never hear the word no the same way again. It all started with a simple idea. It wasn't some billion-dollar vision destined to change the world overnight. It wasn't a viral product that everyone was talking about. It was just a belief. He believed he had something valuable to offer the world. A business idea, a product, a solution to a problem he cared about. So he did what everyone tells you to do. He started pitching it. He began with his friends first. Then he moved on to professionals in the industry. Eventually, he was pitching complete strangers. And those first few rejections, honestly, they didn't hurt that much. He brushed them off thinking, okay, they just don't see the vision yet. That's fine. But then the numbers started to add up. 50 no's, 100 no's, 200 no's. He'd walk into meetings where people wouldn't even let him finish his presentation. He'd send carefully crafted emails that never received a reply. He'd make phone calls that ended in just a few seconds. And slowly, like a shadow creeping into a bright room, doubt began to set in. Here's the part that nobody really talks about when it comes to rejection. The pain doesn't come from the word no itself. It hurts because of the meaning we attach to it. After a while, he stopped hearing, no, this idea isn't the right fit for our company right now. And instead, he started hearing, no, you aren't good enough. That's a dangerous place to be. Because when rejection becomes personal, you stop trying to improve your idea and you start attacking yourself. He would watch other people succeed. People who started their journeys long after he did. People who, from the outside, seemed less prepared and less passionate than he was. And the question hit him hard again and again. What do they have that I don't? One night, after another particularly harsh rejection, he almost quit. It wasn't a dramatic moment. There was no big breakdown, no throwing things against the wall. It was just a quiet, tired, empty feeling. And in that moment of near surrender, he made a decision that would change absolutely everything. Instead of trying to avoid rejection, he decided to track it. Literally, he got a simple notebook, 1 page, 1 number. And every single time he heard no, it got written down. He wasn't doing this to torture himself. He was doing it to remind himself of a simple truth. This is just part of the process. Rejection stopped being this big, scary, emotional monster and started becoming data. Each no in that notebook meant something new. It meant one more pitch was done, one more repetition was completed, one more step closer to the person who was finally going to say yes. He started telling himself something incredibly powerful. I'm not being rejected, I'm just approaching my yes. Think about that. Most people quit when the feeling of rejection feels infinite, like it will never end. But he stayed in the game because it became measurable. He could see his progress, even if it was a list of failures. By the time he hit rejection number 500, something strange started to happen. It stopped hurting as much. Not because getting rejected was suddenly easy, it never is, but because he now expected it. It was part of his routine, and that expectation fundamentally changed how he showed up to his meetings. He became calmer. His pitches became clearer. He walked into rooms with more confidence. He wasn't desperate anymore. He wasn't begging for approval. Because when you stop fearing rejection, you take back your power. And ironically, people started listening more. They leaned in. They were more engaged. But still, no, yes. The notebook kept filling up. 600, 601, 602. Each number was a little heavier than the last. Rejection number 1009 wasn't loud or angry. It was polite. It came in a well-written email. It was professional, respectful, and very clear. And somehow, that one hurt the most. Because it felt so final. It felt like the definitive end of the road. That night, he just stared at the notebook. 1009 times, someone had said no to his dream. And he asked himself the hardest question he'd ever faced. Am I chasing the wrong dream? Or have I just been knocking on the wrong doors this whole time? This is where most stories like this would end, with the quiet acceptance of defeat, but this one didn't. Rejection number 1010 wasn't special. It was the same pitch he'd given hundreds of times. The same idea he'd been refining for years. It was the same person, just presenting to a different listener. And the response wasn't magical. There were no fireworks, no standing ovation. It was just a simple sentence. This is interesting. Let's try it. That's it. Just yes. But that single, simple yes unlocked everything. It unlocked funding. It unlocked partnerships. It unlocked momentum. And later, it unlocked the kind of success that other people looked at and called overnight. They never saw the notebook. They never saw the 1009 no's that came before the yes. Here's the truth that most people miss. Rejection is not a sign that you should stop. It is proof that you are in the game. The only people who never get rejected are the people who never try anything new. The world doesn't reward talent alone. It rewards persistence without bitterness. It rewards the person who can get knocked down and get back up, not with anger, but with a lesson learned. Every no sharpens you, if you let it. And that notebook, it didn't measure failure, it measured courage. So if you're sitting there right now feeling ignored, feeling rejected, doubting yourself and everything you're working toward, let me say this to you as clearly as I can. You might be closer than you think, not because success is guaranteed, it never is, but because quitting absolutely guarantees failure. So stop asking yourself, how many more times can I possibly fail? And start asking, how many no's am I willing to survive to earn that one incredible yes? Because somewhere out there, your yes is waiting for you. It might be waiting behind rejection number 1010. Don't you dare stop at 1009. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that subscribe button for more content just like this.